everyone, and welcome back to my channel. It is Labor Day. You won't see this video until after Labor Day, but I was going to show you what I'm taking to a family gathering. Since I don't want to be eating like the High Point pizza and stuff, yes, you can, and yes, I have points, but since it's so early in the day, I don't want to start my day off with a Higher Point meal. I'm usually like to have my Higher Point things later in the evening, as you may have noticed in a couple videos. I don't know if I do that or not in videos, but I am making a kale salad. This is, I guess, inspired by, because she created it, Learning to Be Fearless on Instagram. And she also has a Weight Watchers page now, because she started doing Weight Watchers maybe 5 months ago. I'm not really quite sure, but I think her name is Alexandria, but I absolutely love her. You should check her out. I'll put her link below. But I have all my ingredients here. So for the recipe, it is a Higher Point salad, but it's super good. All right, so I have my kale here. I did less kale this time than the first time I made it. I just felt like it was too much. So this is kind of what I start with. This is the start of it, but let me show you on my app. I went ahead and created it, and there it is. So the Uncle Ben's rice for 1 cup is 5 points. I went ahead and made sure this was 1 cup. I have my almonds. The almonds are for 1/8 of a cup, 2 points. Also, this is feta cheese I got at my local Aldi. I went ahead and tried calculating it, but they said just for a crumble, it's not going to count. So, yay. Also put 1 apple in there, and then now put your Skinny Girl fat-free balsamic vinaigrette, 4 tablespoons, and then you have your salad. Ta-da! So this is just on my phone, but I wanted to show you, this is also what I'm drinking, a Diet Sunkist. This is kind of, thankfully we're at a friend's house who buys things that I can eat, because they've done Weight Watchers and they usually buy diet drinks anyway. But this is little Olive. Isn't she so sweet? But so I'm drinking my Sunkist and drinking some water, staying hydrated. I'm doing this 64-ounce water intake daily. I ate my salad. They also have salad here, so I might munch on that a little bit later. But this is just kind of a day in what I eat when I am not at home. So we are at my parents' for dinner, and I'm having the Mississippi chicken my dad made, and that is 0 points. I added potatoes on the bottom, which I did about 1.5 cups of red potatoes, counting as 6 points. And then I had, let's see, some queso sauce on top of my broccoli, and that is 2 points for 2 tablespoons, so totaling in an 8-point dinner. So we stayed at my parents for a little while, played some games, but we are back home now, and I'm going to have a treat. I'm going to have this Reese's Puffs bar. They're only 4 points for the whole bar, which I think is actually pretty good, and they're so good. They're made with real Reese's peanut butter, and it almost kind of tastes like a combination of like the Cocoa Puffs cereal and Reese's. But anyway, so I'm gonna enjoy this for the night. But this is my day. It was pretty simple, but just some family gatherings, and it's good to spend time with family, and also shows that you can eat Weight Watchers even if you're at family events. But anyways, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys. Okay, so I know I ended the video, but I have an extra recipe that I would love to share with y'all. This is after work. I got home and changed, and it is dinner time. And I figured I would share this with y'all. So this is zucchini boats that I'm making. And this wasn't really like, I'm trying to have some ink. I'm just throwing some things together and we're gonna make it work. But yes, this is my own recipe. I have seen zucchini boats before, but this is just what I'm doing. This is 0 points without cheese, and then I'll tell you what it is with cheese. Okay, so go ahead and start your oven at 375, and I have 3 zucchinis here. This is gonna make 6 zucchini boats. So what you're gonna do is you're going to take off the ends of both and then just split it down the middle carefully. As careful as you can. I'll make it a little bit thinner on that side, but that's okay. And then what you do is you take a spoon, you put these to the side, and you scrape out the center just a little bit. I'm actually going to keep it and cook it in with the, I guess we'll call it the stuffing, so you don't have to be wasteful, because I don't like being wasteful, and if I don't have to be, I'm not going to be. So go ahead and do these to all 3 of your zucchini. That obviously turn into 6, and then place them into a pan. So now that your boats are ready, I put a little bit of water on the bottom, and you're gonna go ahead and pop them in the oven for 20 minutes. Alright, so I have my pot here. The oil is getting a little bit warm here. I do olive oil. I don't count it. It's up to you really what you want to do. That's just my personal preference. I don't count my cooking oil, and I only use olive oil. Okay, so I have ground chicken here. This is from my local Walmart. It seems like I can only find it there, not really Kroger, but I can find it at Publix as well. So this is a pound of ground chicken. Get that all. Okay, so I have my chicken. I'm gonna go ahead and put in my seasonings. I have ground pepper, of course. I'm a huge ground pepper person, so if I put too much, I'm sorry. Now I have some cumin, but that give it a little bit of a taco-y vibe. Some chili powder. Some garlic powder. Just a little bit here. I have garlic salt. I just do just a little bit of that just because I'm already putting in salt, but I'm a salt person and I've already said that. Put some salt in there and onion powder. So I'm gonna let this cook up a little bit, turn up the heat just to about medium, and get this all cooked up here. So my ground chicken is cooked, and I added this bag of chipotle corn blend that I found at Aldi's. This is just because I found it in my freezer. I am going to add up the points, so I will tell you what this, how much this will add to the serving. So I will let you know, but this is the chipotle corn blend, and I found it at Aldi's. Now I'm gonna add in green chilies. These are just from my local Kroger. I love green chilies. If you don't know that, I open the can upside down. One of my favorite things to add to a Mexican dish. I'm adding 1 can of black beans rinsed. Mix those in. I'm gonna go ahead and get my insides of the zucchini, not squash. And I didn't have tomatoes, so I'm using the leftover of my favorite restaurant style salsa, the paste salsa. You give it a little bit of some sort of tomato base, even though it really doesn't, but it just gives it more flavor, so more the merrier. Okay, so I'm just gonna let this sit and simmer until the zucchini boats are done in the oven, and then we'll go ahead and start stuffing. Okay, so I have the bigger glass dish, and then I have my smaller one right here that has the zucchini. I went ahead and took it out of the oven, but I'm gonna let them sit there for a second. I'm gonna go ahead and put a layer of this on the bottom. And don't forget, you want to keep your oven on because you're going to have to re-hook these to kind of absorb, so they can absorb all the flavor. And then now you're going to go ahead and lay the zucchini on top. Okay, so I have a big spoon, and I'm going to take this and fill the insides of the boats. I went ahead and filled the boats. Now you're gonna bake this together for about 20 minutes, And then the last 5 minutes, we're gonna top it with some cheese. Okay, so I took them out of the oven, and I'm gonna put, this is 1 cup of Kroger low moisture skim milk mozzarella cheese. This is 10 points for a cup. So I will show you obviously on the recipe app how I created it, but this is going to be 10 points for the cheese itself. Now back in the oven it goes to get a little bit melted on the top. Ta-da! Okay, so they are out of the oven, they are done. Cheese is melted. I have cut up some limes. I will probably put this on my own personal plate because I don't want to put it on Noah's if he doesn't want it, but he loves lime, fun fact. So I'm gonna go ahead and plate this up and enjoy. Okay, so I put this meal in my recipe creator, and for 1 cup of the Kroger, like I said, finely shredded, low moisture skim milk cheese is 10 points, and then the chipotle corn blend that I found at Aldi's for 2 servings, which is the bag itself, is 9 points, totaling for each serving. So this serves 3 people because it's 2 zucchini per person. I would expect 2 people, or per person to eat 2. It comes out to 6 points per serving, so 2 zucchini boats. If you have some leftover points, put some rice with it, brown rice, whatever you want. I have leftover points, but I think I'm actually okay and satisfied with the zucchini boats by themselves. But anyways, I just wanted to share this little recipe with you. So now I'm finished. Bye guys.